Hey everybody, how's it going? This is Gravy. I'm going to show you a video of us heading from the FOB to the ESU unit in Kirkuk, Iraq, 2009. Here we are leaving the gate. We're looking at the FOB, of course, as you can see. But yeah, we're heading to the ESU. Emergency Services Unit or something to that effect. They had SWAT teams and they were, more like a sheriff's department or state patrol. They were kind of like an equivalent to them. So, yeah, today we're not going down the road. We're heading towards the ESU. So, this is the soccer field where the kids play. So, the school is just down the road here. You'll see a playground in the background here. And that's kind of where the school is. We helped them out. We brought them supplies and gave them vouchers so that they could help, to help them rebuild. There's the playground. It's got the yellow top over there. It's one of them plastic playgrounds. Yeah, as you can see, the wires around here are kind of spaghetti. They're just, yeah. Man, look how bad that is. So we had to be very careful. The gunners had to be very careful with the wires, especially in the MRAPs. Because if their head touched the wire, they could have got zapped and killed. So we made PVC piping that went above their heads so it would lift the wires up and over. We had to think of something, so yeah. I think it was like 40 feet of PVC per truck. Here we are going downtown. So, a lot more traffic anyway. And businesses. Sorry about the sunshine. But yeah, this building here, you'll see it quite a bit in my videos. Because we would stop along this route here and do route clearance and do walk and talks. But yeah, we're getting fairly close to the ESU. But yeah, they were a little more than the police and a little less than the army. So, yeah, we would take our interpreters and stuff to the ESU and the Iraqi police, so women's auxiliary, the school, and he would interpret what they were wanting and needing, and then our command would take those requests and send them up the chain and see if we can't do something for them. But yeah, there was a lot of bus stations and stuff. They had pretty good public transportation around here. Yep. They're cinder blocks, but they weigh like half of what American cinder blocks weigh. They're pretty much made of mortar. There's like very little aggregate in there, so yeah, they're not the greatest bricks in the world. That's for sure. In one of my videos, you'll see the back of a wall. In fact, during my this guy almost tripped and fell. But yeah. So but the wall, it got caught between the front window and the back window of the Humvee. The metal gate part of it caught right in between there, and he drove forward and knocked down like 3/4 of the where the gate was. He knocked 3/4 of the wall down. So we had to give him a voucher and help him clean up the mess, and yeah, it was a whole to-do. But here we are pulling into the road to the ESU. I don't know if this was the like captain or whatever, their houses, because we're going through a gate, but we're not there yet. So these dirt mounds are, yeah, I don't know. There's probably a purpose for them, but man, they were worrisome because you can't see on the other side. Maybe the gunner could, but we couldn't inside here. Let's see, there's the shield with the lion's face. This is the ESU. And you can see they're in a pattern, blue and white and black. So yeah, see, there you go. The wall is, they're just not the greatest. So now we're leaving and going to Iraqi police station. Yeah, I tried to cut out the background noise and tried to pump up our voices, but I still couldn't make out half of what we were saying. So I decided I'll just do a voiceover. But we were talking quite a bit more this patrol. As you can see, there's a lot of junk along the road, which was always a little worrisome. So yeah. But
My ex, she said that was the scariest she's ever been. Is looking into my eyes when I recorded my episode.
mm, yeah, trying to fit in with the guys, and hooping and hollering for a pretty girl, pretty lady. But yeah, we got to see quite a bit of Kirkuk. Of course, they would, somebody was me mugging us. But yeah, we got to see quite a bit of Kirkuk. They would break us up into sections, and
Me mug.
we would patrol a lot of the same streets, but we still got to see quite a bit of Kirkuk. Yeah, there was a bolo out, so I was asking for a license plate number. Because at the time I knew Arabic numerals, but I've since kind of forgot. I know the number 7 and the number 9 were not actually 7 and 9. I can't remember. Yeah, I used to know.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, we're heading down to the IP station, so you can see. Oh man, I was kind of amazed at all the construction. It's wow, yeah. I'm amazed how some of these buildings are still standing. Just the construction is haphazard at best. Gotta slow down for the traffic circle. But yeah, we're supposed to follow all road traffic signs and everything. We weren't allowed to counterflow unless the road was, or the one lane was closed. So yeah, we were supposed to obey all traffic laws. So we had to stop. Do, 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 do. Correct. Yeah.
What's wrong with me? Are you worried? What's wrong with me? It's fine. Don't do my best.
See how the walls are constructed? They're like faux brick or mud brick on the inside with wire mesh on the outside, and then there's like, I don't know, maybe a half inch of like marble or whatever adhered to the wire mesh. Yeah. I guess it's cooler. I mean, there's a lot of air. There's a big old air gap between the facade and the mud brick,
Okay.
or the cheap, like, mortar, cement, brick. Yeah, cinder blocks. There you go. Yeah, we're getting closer. Yeah, here's the moon or whatever. Kind of looks like a sickle. So yeah. Not exactly sure what it was. But yeah, this is the road you've probably already seen once or twice before.
Yeah, because all the ones that got all the lights.
So far, I don't think we've seen Rocky. There was a little dude. I mean, you've seen a picture of him if you've watched the video with the pictures. But yeah, he would he would bring a radio sometimes and like talk into it and like try and report that we were coming, or whatever. And then he would throw rocks at us, and but you can tell from his facial features that he probably had Down syndrome. He was not the brightest of the bunch. But yeah, he did not like us. But yeah. Yeah, I'm not sure exactly what you guys want to know about Kirkuk. This was the year that everybody was showing us their purple fingers. They were able to vote and democratically vote for their governor, mayor, that type of thing. So, yeah, we, I guess, implemented the voting and to avoid screwing with the votes and stuff like that. We showed them our techniques and stuff like that. But yeah, we're almost to the IP station, so. But yeah, while we're here at the IP station, we were chowing down on our MREs, and then we would throw them in the waste paper, or the garbage can. And this one dude would just go in there and like take our spoons and lick them clean, or take his finger and like scoop out just the little remnants of what we left, and he would eat it. And we all thought he was gonna get sick, and then blame us for giving him food. So we tried our hardest to keep him out of the garbage.
Well,
Oop, running away.
Everybody takes a cloud. Forget it, he's out of the dumpster.
Well, thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it. Please like and share.